Hello, this is Casey Ryan, and this is my EDT6020 Blended Learning Classroom Screencast. What I'm going to talk about today are the components that are within my 3 to 4 day unit. So first I want to show you my home page. I have Welcome to Exercise Science. That's an elective course I teach at William Penn. You scroll down a little bit. I have my week 1 syllabus and general information, so if you click on that, you can find all kinds of information on the course. My contact info, followed by what the students will be doing during that week of class. Scroll down a little bit more and it goes through assessments and everything else that applies to the syllabus. When we go back to the home page, now what I'll do is I'll show you. Here's my opening discussion board questions. This is kind of just a getting to know you for students that I have that are new to the class. So you could students would click on that to answer the getting to know you questions. After that, let's get into my Unit 1, Anatomy and Physiology. Alright, if I click on that, first thing I have at the top of my page are all the steps that you need to do to complete the Anatomy and Physiology module. These include discussion board questions that students need to answer, which we'll do are for a pre-assessment learning. They include a chicken wing lab that students will do, a quiz that checks for their understanding on the lab, followed by an article students will read in class, followed by a quiz that checks them both on the chicken wing lab and the article, followed by a body systems project. When you scroll down, everything's listed in the order which the students need to get things accomplished. So the first thing they're going to do is the goal setting activity. So they click on that and they'd be answering the question, what grade would you like for your Anatomy and Physiology Module 1? List 3 things you will do in order to achieve this. So this is the first thing they have to do in order to keep going with the module. The second thing they'll have to do is they'll click on the discussion board for the chicken wing lab. And this is just a pre-assessment question. What do you hope to learn from completing the chicken wing lab? So that way I get an idea what students are thinking they're going to learn about with the lab. Hopefully they say something that is related to anatomy and physiology, which is the topic of the unit. After that, students will click on the lab, the chicken wing lab, and all materials are in there that students need to complete the assignment. There's a virtual chicken wing lab with all the questions they'll need to answer, in addition to a video that shows a teacher dissecting the chicken wing in order for the students to answer the questions. If they click on that, the link works. It's a YouTube video that students will click on and watch in order to learn more about the anatomy and physiology of the chicken wing. Going back, so after students complete this and turn in their submission over on the right hand side, students will come back and they will click on what happens to your body when you exercise notes, and basically all content that's necessary to complete the assignments in here as well. There's the article, what happens when you exercise. There's the note sheet, which they'll fill in and turn in. They can either turn it in paper or in the submission column over here. And there's also a YouTube screencast video that I made and produced that students can listen to while they read the article. It is basically me narrating the article and going over key points that they'll have to put in their note sheet. Going back, so after they complete that piece of the module, they'll go down to the Anatomy and Physiology module quiz. Click on the quiz. Students need to score a minimum of 14 out of 20, which would be a C average, which is average at our school. So I want them to at least score that on the quiz. So a lot of the questions are review from the previous quiz, and then there's some new questions that relate to the article. After that, students are going to be working on their body systems project. Clicking on that folder, the project is going to be collaborative. Students are going to work in groups of 2 or 3. They're going to be given a different body system to research and explain how that body system what happens, or the effects of that body system during exercise. Students are going to be using Google Drive and Google PowerPoint in order to create a presentation that they will later, next class, will present to the class and be graded and critiqued by myself and the other students. Also, during presentation, students are going to be taking notes. It's one of the things I do with presentations. I always have the students active and engaged while their peers are presenting. So that is my blended learning classroom screencast. This is EDT6020, and my name is Casey Ryan, and I hope you enjoyed my screencast.